Hey guys, it's Adrian over BHA here, bringing you another video. This is an update to my old video on how to add a sliding bar to control dimming lights in Home Assistant. I did this video a while back, and they ended up kind of changing up the names of some of the components that we used in that video, so obviously it made the old video obsolete. So thought I'd go ahead and update it in case anybody tries to follow along. They'll at least be able to do everything that's in the video. Alright, so just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, as you can see, if you click on these lights here, in order to change the brightness, you have to actually click on it first, and then you can change the sliding bar however you want. And that's the first one here is the Philips Hue bulb, and the second one, of course, is just a regular mqtt bulb. So what we're going to do for this video is we're going to add a sliding bar to the front end, just right underneath the light bulbs, and then we can change it without having to click on it or anything like that. So let's do a quick rundown of what we're going to cover in this video. So I'm going to do it two different ways. I'm going to do it one with an mqtt light, and then of course the second way I'm going to do it is just with like a regular Hue light bulb. So for starters, we'll start off doing we'll add in the mqtt light to our HA config, and then we're going to add in the input number component as well as the automation to work the input number component. And then of course lastly we will show it in action. So that's into the first section. The second section, again, we're going to add a Hue light bulb. And then of course we'll add the input number and automation for that. And then lastly, we'll show you what that one looks like as well. So let's get started. Alright, so for starters, like I said, we're going to add that mqtt light bulb to our HA config. Now, of course, I have all my lights in a light.yaml file here, so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. And I'm just going to add this in here. My light is an mqtt light switch that is managed by SmartThings Hub. So of course the platform will be mqtt. And the name I have for this one, I just call it Livingroom Dimmer. Obviously you can call it whatever you want. And of course, because it's an mqtt bulb, we have to have a command topic and a state topic. So my state topic is going to be smartthings / Livingroom Dimmer / switch. And then of course the command topic will also be smartthings / Livingroom Dimmer / switch as well. And this is the part that we really have to have for this video, and that is the brightness state topic and brightness command topic. So for the state topic here, it's going to be smartthings / Livingroom Dimmer / level. And that'll be the same thing for my brightness command topic as well. It'll be smartthings / Livingroom Dimmer / level. And like I said, these are the ones that you have to have as far as being able to change your brightness level on your mqtt lights. We'll set the payload on to just be on, and that's all lowercase, and the payload off, of course, to be off and all lowercase. And I want the retain to stay true. That way, if I restart Home Assistant, it'll keep the same settings that it had before. Once we have all that, we can go ahead and save it. And we're ready to move on to that next section. Alright, so now we're going to add the input number component. And I just have mine in my just regular configuration.yaml file. We'll do a sudo vi configuration.yaml, and I'm just going to find me an open section here towards the bottom. This is the input number component. It used to be input slider, but they've changed it, so that's why we're doing the updated video here. So input number, I'm just going to call this one LR_dimmer for Livingroom Dimmer. Name, I'm going to say LR brightness. And then of course the initial value that I want, I'm just going to set it to 5. You can set it to wherever you want. And these lights go on a scale of 1 to like 100. So I'm going to set the minimum to 1. I'll set the max to 99, and then I'm just going to have basically an increment or a step is what it's called. I'm going to do that just one at a time. So we'll do that 1. Go ahead and save that. And now we need to have the automation that will basically control the brightness for that. So we're going to do a sudo vi, and I have all my automations in a folder. So the automations / livingroom.yaml. And we'll just go ahead and create that automation. He's going to be LR_dimmer. And alias, I'm just going to say Livingroom Light Dimmer. Initial state will be on. Of course, that's for the automation itself. Now the trigger platform is going to be the state of that input number. So platform, of course, is state. Entity ID will be input number.LR_dimmer. Alright, so the action, let's see here, the service of course will be our mqtt.publish command. So it's mqtt.publish. And we're going to use a data template for this. So we have to list the topic out that we're going to be using to change that, and that's going to be, of course, smartthings / Livingroom Dimmer / level. That's one we're using for our brightness topics. Of course, set retain to be true. And then this is how we set that payload. So this is going to be kind of a value template type situation here. We're going to do bracket states, parentheses, input_number.LR_dimmer, because that's the one we're using. Close parentheses. We're just going to pipe that into round because I rounded it to an even number. So we're going to say to no decimal points. Close all that out. And again, I'll have all this in the description so you can just copy and paste it. Make it a little bit easier for you. Once we have a lot in there, we're going to go ahead and save it. And now we can restart Home Assistant for these changes to take effect. So we'll do a sudo systemctl restart Home Assistant. Give that a second to come back up. Alright, so let's see what that looks like in action. So of course on the left here we have our, I have my SmartThings app pulled up so you can see the light in the SmartThings app. And then of course on the right I have the Home Assistant web front end. And let's go ahead and kind of tweak that brightness and we'll watch it change on both ends. So you see I changed it in Home Assistant and then it updated itself in SmartThings. Change it a little bit more. Again, you can see that it's still changing properly, so everything is working as it should. Slide that back up here. As you can see, it updated in SmartThings as well. So as you can see, like I said, it worked as expected. We were able to use our new sliding bar that we created in Home Assistant and change the brightness on our lights, and of course it updated accordingly as it should. Now let's do a second test using a Hue light bulb. So we're going to edit our lights.yaml file again and add in our Hue light bulb. So of course the platform for this one is Hue. And then all I really need for this, other than that, is just to add in the IP address. Alright, got that in there. So we can go ahead and save that and exit. Now on to the next step. Let's create our input number again for our second light bulb here, and then of course the automation will follow right after that. So we'll do a sudo vi configuration.yaml. Scroll down here to where we added that input number previously, and we're going to add in one right below it. Just going to say gr_dimmer. That's basically for game room dimmer. Name, I'm just going to say gr brightness. We'll go ahead and set the initial to be 5 again as well. Now the Hue light bulbs are a little bit different, so they run on a scale of like 0 to 255. So I'm going to set them in to 1 on this one, but the max I'm going to set it to 254. And we'll still go ahead and do our incremental step up by 1. Alright, once you get in there, let's go ahead and save that. Now we are ready to add in our automation. So we'll sudo vi automation. This is in a gamerooms.yaml file here. Just going to add in the automation just like we did previously, but we'll call this one gr_dimmer. I'll set the alias to be Livingroom Light Dimmer. Initial state we'll say is on. Again, that's just for the automation itself. Now again, the trigger is going to be that input number. So of course we'll set the platform to vState. And of course the entity ID will be input_number.gr_dimmer. The action is pretty close to the other ones, a little bit different since we're not doing an mqtt.publish for this one. It's just the light itself. So the service for this will be light.turn_on. And then we're still using a data template. We just need to list the entity ID. Of course, that'll be light.gameroom. And then the brightness will be set this way. It'll just say brightness and then whatever that value is. So we're going to do bracket states dot input_number dot gr_dimmer dot state. And we're just going to pipe that into int. Close all that out and we'll go ahead and save it. And now we can restart Home Assistant again for these changes to take effect. So we'll do another sudo systemctl restart home-assistant. Give that a second to come back up. Now we are ready to see it in action again using our new game room dimmer. So of course, as you can see it down there, game room lights are already on. Let's play around with the brightness. We're going to set it to about 50%. Should update in the Hue app. And there it is. It updated as we expected. Let's change it a little bit more. So as you can see, there's a little bit more of a delay on the game room dimmer. And it updated again as we expected. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Not a whole lot to it. So that's a way to show you how to add that input slider on a couple of different kinds of lights. Hopefully this will help you guys get this set up on your own systems as well. Let's do a quick rundown of what we covered in this video. So we started out with our mqtt light. We added that to our HA config, and then of course we added the input number and automation for that as well. And then of course third, I showed you what that looked like in action. And then round 2, we added our Hue light bulb to our home assistant config. And then of course we added the input number and automation to that as well. And then lastly, I showed you what that looked like in action. Alright guys, that's it. Again, I hope this video helps you out and gets everything set up for you. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments or questions, hit me up in the comments below. If there are any videos out there that you'd like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments below as well, and I'll see if I can't get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around. Thanks.